Morris Sussex Sports has a big goal we want to ask your help in achieving. One of the most popular things we do is publish digital trading cards of athletes. We feel strongly that high school athletes are one of the most important parts of our community, and the trading cards allow us to recognize and celebrate as many athletes as possible. So, we have a lofty mission to create a trading card for every single athlete that wears a sports jersey in the Morris Sussex area. But to do that, we need more local businesses that want to help us by sponsoring these trading cards. This is a great way for a business to endear themselves to the communities they do business in. And not only would their business be featured prominently as a sponsor of a new scholar athlete every week, we also advertise them across our social media, our website, and our game broadcasts. And we get over 4 million views a week, 80% of whom are adults 35 to 65. There is no other publication or media company that has even close to that reach in this region. So if you know of a local business that loves to support the scholar athletes in their town or their surrounding area and would benefit from the exposure we would bring, please send them our way. Just call or text 973-713-5944 or email george@morrissussexsports.com.
Hey, don't you just love it when Morris Sussex Sports broadcasts your game? Or do you prefer a silent, motion-detecting camera just following the movement on the court? Let's face it, the only real way to watch your favorite team is through Morris Sussex Sports' award-winning service that brings you play-by-play commentary, live instant replays, cool cinematic graphics, real-time scoreboard, fun fan engagement, and much, much more. Plus, all of our broadcasts are free to watch. Grandparents can easily pull it up on their smart TVs, and alumni can watch from all over the world. So, if you want to reserve us, have your games broadcasted the Morris Sussex Sports way, then just reach out to me, George Muha, at george@morrissussexsports.com, or call or text me at 973-713-5944.
Maximum Health Physical Therapy is an individually owned practice with offices in Bud Lake and Long Valley, New Jersey. Our licensed therapists use hands-on manual therapy and are actively involved in our patients' progress. We use a collaborative team approach, which benefits our patients, and we accept most insurance plans, including Medicare. We offer ARPWave neurotherapy, which accelerates healing 10 times faster, drastically decreases chronic pain, is FDA approved, and is covered by most insurance companies. Please visit us at MaximumHealthPT.com and regain the life you love. Sussex Meatpacking in Wharton, New Jersey is a family-owned and operated business specializing in USDA prime and choice meats, pork, poultry, lamb, veal, and many other store-made specialty items. They also have a fantastic deli, a wonderful market with all the freshest fruits, veggies, and pre-made meals, and they can cater any event, including your family holiday dinners, more delicious than you can on your own. Visit them at SussexMeat.com.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
Watching your loved one play high school sports is a special time in their life you don't want to regret missing. If you're not present for these events due to drinking, misusing medication, or lost control using drugs recreationally, the team at Recovery Centers of America can help. My name is Don, and I'm a treatment advocate for RCA, and I stopped drinking 30 years ago. If I can do it, so can you. Muster up the courage and call me anytime, even in the middle of the night, at 973-722-4720 for a confidential conversation so we can get you back in the stands where you belong. Concerned family members can also call me. Again, any conversation will be absolutely discreet. I am here for you. Just pick up the phone.
Behind the goal, we reset, and TJ Santata has it for the Vikings. Santata brings it right past two defenders. Look at this speed in the open ice. Santata, great stick handling, great shot. Here's Carlotti in the end zone. It is caught. Charge. Good for the pass. Here's a shot right in front. Score!
And that is a base hit. The run will score, and
freshman Polachek gets the strike.
Anthony Grosso is going to make sure that the Wolfpack fans go home happy.
Olsen Grosso for three. He got it! Ah!
Nick Carlson back here at Frederick Douglass Field here on July 12th in the final game of the season, at least here at home, just outside of NJIT, here on the campus of Rutgers Newark. The 2-8-2 Morris Elite taking on Manhattan Soccer Club, coming in at 6-3-3. Definitely a tale of both of these teams. Basically, we've talked about it, the majority of the teams that Morris Elite has played over the last 2 weeks or so has been at the top of the division. They've had a hard schedule. They have a hard division just in general in the Metropolitan. But we have a newcomer on the mic today in this one, Jessica Gordimer, coming in to help along as the color analyst. As you can see the starting lineup on the screen right in front of you. Jess, this is a Morris Elite team. They're 2-8-2. They've really struggled for the majority of the season. We've been here for all of their home games. We've seen them. Really, what do they have to do? Because for the most part, they've been somewhat there for some of their games. But they've usually let them slip away, and some of their losses have been ugly.
I think it's going to be important to work together as a team and really connect passes and hold possession and help it get in the back of the net.
So you look ahead towards the starting lineups. Matias Molina is going to be in goal. He had his kind of breakout performance about a month ago, and then they kind of stuck with him ever since. Thomas Osterman as well, Matt Moran, Henry Peristrello. This is the first time that we're seeing Thomas Osterman in the starting lineup in probably about 3 weeks or so. Henry Peristrello as well. We know he can score. He was dealing with an injury a couple of games ago as well, and then it kind of trickled on throughout. Had to be taken out. Jake Novoselsky at the same time. He had a starting opportunity and then made do with it. He had a goal in his last game. Augustine Puentes as well. Damian Umowski, Ethan Kilmick, Ethan Streeter, Soda Matsuo, and Michael Mazzina all kick off the starters here, and as well as kicking off this one underway. Manhattan have come into this one at that 4 spot, a very good team, 6-3-3. Morris Elite, the best they can do here to finish out their home stretch and home season stands at 3-8-2 is what is be the best for them as we're 25 seconds through. That ball sent on the far side. You see no Sean Riley, no Gavin Morgan. They're not playing in this one. Soda Matsuo kind of came up and on the later stages of the season as we get our first look at Michael Coldy. As they move the ball backwards towards Novoselsky. He intercepts now, tries to set up Matsuo, and Coldy steps in front of it. And Jess, I mean, not the start that you want right there for Manhattan, just kind of a quick turnover. And it's a good thing Michael Coldy was there, but still, that's, I would say, a lack of awareness for Manhattan.
Yeah, I think it was also a good step on Morris Elite's part. The player was smart. He saw the pass coming, stepped right in.
And still another one here in Streeter. Streeter now to Novoselsky and taking a step in front. Ball gets sent away, and you're seeing the pressure early from the Morris Elite. As now quickly on the run. Silviera on the far side, now ranging over, trying to set up a crossover on Kilmnick. Now pushed on through and almost sent over towards the Golden Dome. The Nets protect it. But 133 through. We're seeing some strong pressure from the Morris Elite, but 2 good opportunities, one coming from Manhattan and Morris Elite as well. So Peristrello going back and forth with Kilmnick. We saw Kanika play on that wing side. Went out with a little bit of a foot injury as Novoselsky turns it over. Haven't seen Jeremy Peterson in a little bit. Was dealing with a leg injury as well. As now Mazzina and Peristrello playing up ahead. Novoselsky able to intercept, and Mazzina, haven't seen him really all season. Playing in that center position. It's been a lot of Gonzalo Franco, Puentes, Tomas Nunez, another notable one, not here in this one. Has now launched over. It's an interesting sight here, not seeing any Sean Riley or Gavin Morgan as a clear handball. Osterman stopped. Looked like he knew that it kind of touched his knuckle, but now here come the Morris Lead and Ethan Streeter. Matsuo working on that far side, using his speed, moving over inside the box, pushes one through, takes a fall, no whistles blown, finally riding the line. Matsuo looked like he got his feet taken out from below him. Novoselsky wanted a whistle, as now on the far side, Silveriera through the lane past Kilmnick, now up ahead on Molina, fires a shot, pushed away, punched again, once again, just off the crossbar. Finally, Matsuo sends it away, and an absolute chaos erupts inside the box. Manhattan still in control.
That was a great save by the crossbar right there.
It was great by Molina and the crossbar as well. I mean, that's a great opportunity for the Morris on that far side with Matsuo, but it just seems like they're just trading shots back and forth. 3:44 through. I mean, Jess, we've seen it with Molina. He's been really good at times, but at the same time, he's also let in some pretty ugly ones. Got to hope that this is one of the ones that he kind of stand tall.
Yeah, I think he just got to play with his feet a little less and just distribute out to the defenders as quick as possible.
As now moving quickly up with it, Moran trying to set up Novoselsky, and Coley sets one all the way over right near us and might have hit my car. So we talk about it all the time in terms of the goal differentials, goals for, goals against. A negative 21 goal differential, so 12 goals for and 33 goals against here for the Morris Elite. Manhattan, on the other hand, 24 goals for and 23 against, and a 1-goal differential. That's the lowest in terms of all of the top teams. Basically, throughout Cedar Stars has a higher one. FC Motown has a higher one in terms of the positives. Yet Manhattan, they're just able to put up the goals, and a good part of that as to why they have that 4 spot. It's coming in at 6-3-3. Their largest margin of victory as well was 3-0. As now Novoselsky up on the far side. He's got Matsuo to his right. Tries to set him up. Finds him perfectly. Fires a shot and a ground ball. Right into the hands of Coley.
It was a good look. Wish he could have seen a corner. Try to hit it out wide.
I mean, Jess, I think that this is the first time all season, and I mean, it is 5:42 through that. This is the most, I would say, good looks the Morris Elite have had. Usually they play a lot of defense, but they're getting a lot of good offensive looks here.
Yeah, we've definitely had a good amount of shots on net, which is not something you see all the time, so that's good. Just got to keep up the intensity.
This is something that the Morris Elite have struggled with, is now moving quickly on that far side. Now taking a fall. Fuentes was far up there. Not sure if they blew the whistle or not, but it's going to be Matsuo ranging over on that far side, 6:17 through. So Matsuo lines up. Everybody gets set inside the box. Novoselsky's the closest one to Colby as that one sails far over and it's the top of the net. From our angle, that looked like it might have had a shot, but Colby just sees when it hits the top of the net on the corner.
I think if it was over like a foot or two, it would have looked good.
Closer? As now one that punches off Kilmnick. And Osterman gets a touch. You got to think that Osterman, for the most part, has come in mostly because Riley and Morgan aren't here. Morgan was the first one that we hadn't seen in a while. And then Riley, who had played every single game, takes off the last home game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out without Riley. He's been a big leader on the team, so it's going to be interesting to see how they adjust in this game without him.
He's also the oldest player as well, 31 years old. The veteran presence that he would lead. As now Streeter working on that far side. Matsuo gets a touch. Now up ahead to Streeter. Streeter looking to his right and then goes that way. Mazzina working on the right, looking with the left. Now goes over to Kilnick. Kilnick working over, gets a ball punched away. And we have a corner kick coming. Matsuo had the one earlier. Jess, you were talking about it earlier. If it was a little, I would say 2 feet higher, he's got another opportunity here. That second chance, 8 minutes through.
Yeah, it might even help being from the corner. Maybe you can angle it in a little better. I think he could hit it back net into the goal without even touching anyone else.
You're going to have Mazzina closest to the net. Puentes is the furthest on that far side. Matsuo lines up and fires once again going long. Puentes has to chase it down and ranging just on that line.
Definitely a little too much that time. Maybe next time we can be right in the middle just right.
That's the second time. He went far on the first one, but that one was even farther as one crossed over, headed and saved away. Colby had to just kind of jump over. As jumping completely in front of it's Moran. He's out of the net. Colby finally fires it, and we're dead.
Ball coming right for us.
I thought that was going to take out the camera and us, but definitely one that was launching right for our press box window. So under 10, and Novoselsky and Perestrello giving passes back and forth. You know that Perestrello can, for the most part, get near the net. Saw it in the first game. We've seen it from time to time as well. Puentes did have a 2-goal game. Had another goal as well, and he's on the receipt of the pass there. He's going to play the role for Nunez. Is now on the break, up ahead, firing a shot. Molina saves it away, and then now just pushing outside the box. Perestrello with it.
Molina seems to be top of his game today. Seems coming out strong and confident.
Both of the goalies, not only Molina, but you're seeing it from Coldy as well. As on that far side, Dempsey was the one working over. We're 10 minutes through, and we've seen really good opportunities coming from both of these teams as no whistle blows as of now. Streeter ends up with it and punches one up ahead. Novoselsky couldn't collect it on his feet, and Novoselsky was coming off a goal, and it could have been 2, but it hit the crossbar on the way in and ended up over in Matsuo's foot for a Matsuo goal. But he had 2 really good opportunities, one that found the back of the net and one that didn't. As that one's just turned over and Streeter ends up with it. Perestrello now just punches one all the way towards Goldie.
I think this is the strongest I've seen Marsley come out in a little while. They're really attacking and being aggressive in the bottom third.
This might be the strongest I think that we've seen all season long from the Marsley. And we knew ahead of time that there was going to be a loss of some of the Manhattan players, so you're seeing some of the subs. Same thing with the Morris leaders. Mazzina fires a shot and pushes right side. Almost takes out our cameraman. 11-11 through. Another good opportunity there for Morris Elite.
That shot had a lot of power on it. Just put it on frame and it's going in.
Almost hit another frame in the camera frame on that right side. The cameraman sitting over there. They knock him out. We're not taking our Morris Elite pictures. This defense has been under a lot of pressure for Manhattan. Matsuo has never really shown any sort of press as Osterman played it on his foot. We've seen him for a couple games now, and Matsuo really doesn't show that much pressure, likes to kind of stay back on his feet. As usually we're used to seeing Molina be under a lot of pressure. It almost just seems like it's kind of the opposite. And Michael Coldy's the one who is under the majority of the pressure in this one. Has had to make a couple staves. Still we're at 0-0, but Jess, I feel like one goal is scored and they're all just going to kind of come in bunches and once you notch that first goal.
Yeah, it seems to be a common theme for Marsley. It's just a matter of if we're going to get the first goal or if theirs. And it's important either way to just keep up the intensity no matter what happens.
was a Morris Lee team that went up 2-0, then let up 3 unanswered, and then scored 1 in the later stages in their last home game as that one's fired and sent off a body. Now up ahead to Matsuo, and they've got a 2-on-2. Up ahead for Novoselsky and off the foot of a defender. Novoselsky runs the line, and that one just rolls out of bounds. It's Lorette the one who had it. And Matsuo's just got to play it back. Perestrello, a little bit of a chip up and over. Now he's got to range over for it. Glasper just a little faster. Manhattan's last couple of games, it's actually been a while since they've won. June 24th was the last time that they actually won, or actually July 11th was, but before that, it was against Ironbound that they had won. It was 3-2 in that one. Then Long Island Rough Riders they lost against. They lost the Westchester Flames. They also drew to the Westchester Flames just a couple days before, and then they finally beat FA Euro New York to kind of split off that losing streak. They got destroyed against FC Motown 6-1.
That 1-1 draw against Long Island Rough Riders, that's an impressive tie. The Long Island Rough Riders are currently ranked in the top 5 for all of USL2, so it was a good tie there.
Yeah, which both goals kind of came on the later stages, so it was a really good defensive game for Manhattan as that one's crossed through, now finally punched away all the way towards the middle, and Moran able to head it towards Matsuo. Getting one up ahead. Mazzina working over and ends up just putting it on the foot of Matsuo, but he's not able to do much with it. Finally headed away. Moran and Perestrello giving back and forth. Matsuo up ahead. Now Puentes looking for somewhere to go. Just lost it off his foot. Was kind of in between a kick and a hold. As we're through the first half of this one, it's felt like it's been all Morris Elite, but Manhattan's been able to mount those rushes like they are now. Kim up ahead and now on the far side. Still moving with it and kind of just losing it over there is Peacock. Now back towards Vecte. He's doing a good job of building that wall. Is now moving into the box, trying to slip around Mazzina, fires one and just gets sent away. Jess, it feels like the Morris Elite have done a good job of at least playing defense around the box. It almost just feels like Manhattan really hasn't done that. It's been a lot of Morris Elite kind of just building right in front, and Manhattan kind of just feels like they're letting them through because it's felt like it's been a lot more good opportunities coming from Morris Elite rather than Manhattan.
Yeah, I mean, Manhattan has been pretty good in that transition, though. They're able to get out pretty quickly, which has, like, caused some dangerous plays. But so far, no goals scored.
It's a 0-0 game. 16-16 through. Felt like, at least from sitting up here, Morris Elite, who's had 3 or 4 good opportunities, this could be a 1-2-0 game. Manhattan, on the other hand, has really had just about 1, if anything. Yet we're still tied here at 0. We've seen Molina, specifically in the one game against Copa, just sending them back and forth, basically to the offense of a botched opportunity and then one that was just kind of sent back towards the defender as Novoselsky passing back and forth with Streeter.
It's a little nervous wracking seeing them play in the back there, especially without Riley. Other team looks really close to closing in.
This Manhattan team has applied pressure, but it seemed like it's been more of just Morris Elite not allowing them to cross the midfield line. As Jess talked about, it is tough there without Riley. A lot of it's on Osterman, Streeter, Moran, and Kilmnick, and you've seen the transitions. They've been able to open up good opportunities. When you had Morgan and Riley there, that didn't really happen all that much. We're seeing a little bit of a difference here. Mazzina was just trying to track one down. Now up ahead, Puentes gets involved too. Peacock up ahead with it now on the far side, and looked like Dempsey tried to slide in front of him, but his leg kind of just blew out in front. As now Streeter gets in front. One sent over and try for a bicycle kick. Looked more like a flop. As that one gets sent on through inside the box, Peristrello takes a step in front of it.
I think the player would have had a better chance if he just went for the header, but...
Went for style points.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're seeing the same thing, Manhattan. Send a couple back. It's a Manhattan team that puts up 24 goals in this season, and yet they have 0 so far in this one. And some Morris Elite team defensively has been really good. It's just the amount of opportunities that teams get against them. It's just very hard for guys like Velasquez and Molina to really contend with. Is now moving in and firing a shot, and on the left side scores just under Molina in a 1-0 game. And finally we have our first goal coming via Manhattan. Now a 1-0 game. Morris Elite finds themselves in a hole early in this one.
That was a far out goal. I didn't even think he was going to shoot that, but he placed it pretty perfectly right behind the goalie.
I mean, is there anything really Molina can even do there? Because I feel like he's in perfect position, but just jumping over. I mean, it's far away. Like, that's a far shot. You got to think the reaction time, he should be able to somewhat get there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the defender's got to step up so that he doesn't have such a clear shot on net. I mean, there's not much. I mean, Molina can only cover so much, so got to make sure the defender's doing their job as well.
The Morris Elite have given up the second most goals in the Metropolitan Division, just behind Ironbound. Ironbound at 1-11-0. Morris Elite beat them 3-1, and they'll finish out the season against Ironbound as well. Will Morris Elite.
It'll be interesting to see that game on Saturday. It's going to be here as well. Technically, Morris Elite is away, but still playing at the same field. It'll be interesting to see who wins that match.
That'll be the final game of the season as well. This is the final home game. It is you're playing at Rutgers Newark, but you're away type deal, but it's basically a home game for them in terms of travel, just not on the score sheets as a 1-0 game, and Matsuo is going to line up for a free kick, and Puentes going to go over to talk with him. Not sure if it's going to be Matsuo Puentes, and it's going to be Matsuo coming here with a free kick, basically in the corner. Matsuo lining up and fires a low one, punched in the air, still inside the box, now ranging over. Finally, Manhattan able to get a foot over on it. Matsuo able to take it away. Now finally whistles go as they're going to say it was last off Matsuo just on the line. So a throw-in coming here from Manhattan. That one punched all the way on the far side. This is our first look that we've really seen all season long of Mike Dempsey. Haven't seen him even on the bench. He takes Jordan Kanika's number. You know that Jordan Kanika and how he's been. He can fly down the sidelines, has to pick up that role as Streeter sends one over and ends up back over to Dempsey. Dempsey very quick and agile with his feet. Streeter, a bigger, more aggressive body. Tries to plow through people as this one's set up for Silveira. On that all the way far side, Osterman able to get a foot on it. And then now he is down. It didn't seem like it was any sort of injury, but
I think he might have just slipped on the field there.
Yeah, I don't know if he twisted his ankle or whatever it might be. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I didn't see it from my ankle as
It looks like they're calling off. I don't know, calling on the trainer.
And they're going to bring up a trainer as someone else goes down. So 22:45 through. We're going to take a quick step off. For everybody here at Morris Sussex Sports and Morris Elite, we'll see you right back in about 30 seconds or so.
Athletic Fields of America in Montville, New Jersey has become an industry leader in synthetic turf. Serving the greater New York, New Jersey, and Eastern PA regions, we have delivered hundreds of both synthetic turf and natural grass sports fields for youth and recreational levels all the way up to the highest standards and requirements of the NCAA. Our goal with every project is to provide our customers with exceptional workmanship, extraordinary service, and professional integrity while constructing a superior product that you can enjoy for years to come. Visit athleticfieldsofamerica.com.
Hi, I'm Rob Gusweiler. As the branch manager of our Parsippany location for North Point Bank, I can tell you emphatically that our customers continue to sing our praises. Our community values us as much as we at North Point value our team. Our goal is to always exceed our clients' expectations. If you're just zipping through life and need a helping hand with any of your home buying decisions, please give us a call today.
Back here at Frederick Douglass Field, Nick Carlson and Jess Gordimer here inside of Rutgers Newark. We just had an injury trainer look. It was Moran who had come off the field and then Osterman as well, but it seems like Moran is on the field. I don't see any sign of Osterman, as now it officially looks like they're going to bring in Luwasa Sisi in for Osterman, who's getting his first start. So this is our first look at Sisi. Haven't seen him all season long. We've seen him in the Academy League. Haven't seen him up here with the USL2 team. You hit that point where guys go back to college, have other things going on. Some of them just can't make some of these games. And look at the bench, and Gabriel Espada, Kevin Ruiz, Mohit Nagam, Mike Dempsey, James Abyss, Jonathan Ruiz. Dempsey, who's actually playing right now, but all the other names, haven't seen a lot of them. Good to see some of the fresh faces. Talked about who's not here, as that one gets punched on through and finally sent away. Moran able to get a foot on it. Now that one, a little bit of a bicycle kick. Kilnick able to get it towards Molina. He's able to jump in front of it. Molina, who's already given up a goal. Talked about Molina for the whole entire season. Velasquez was the starter coming in. He was the starter last year as well. And Molina kind of just took it over. Had a great game against FA Euro New York. Since then, it's been a little up and down for Matias Molina.
I think he's been a pretty good start to today's game. He's doing good. That one goal, I don't think there's much he could have done about it, so otherwise pretty good.
In a 1-0 game, as Dempsey now working over on that far side. Couldn't steal one away, and Coldy ends up with it. We're more than halfway through this one, 26-22. Little less than half left to go. It's also a good time to let you know, as that one is sent all the way through, and we'll get to the ad read in a second, as finally Morris Elite able to steal it away. That you can head down to the Snooki shop where you can get some of the best clothing, accessory, beauty, shoes, and more. As Mazzino working over for Novoselsky, almost trying to set up a crosser. Novoselsky getting the ankles broken, fires one up, fires a shot, and pushes one right into the waiting gloves of Goldie. But back to what I was saying before about the Snooki shop, you can also get some of the best handpicked by Snooki herself. Yes, the Jersey Shore one. Jess, do you know the Jersey Shore Snooki?
I have heard of her, and I've seen some of her clothes. They look pretty stylish, if you ask me.
Have you watched the show?
I have not. Have you?
I've not watched an episode of the show. I actually cannot tell you more than 3 characters on the show. But also, you can take a trip if you are interested in not only the Jersey Shore Snooki, but the Snooki shop. It's located at 32 Main Street in Madison. We've got into the debate before. It should be down the shore. I know. I'm thinking the same thing, but it's in 32 Main Street, Madison, and you could take a trip down there today. That one sent all the way through and just getting behind the defense all the way into the box, looking for somewhere to go. Fires one just off the crossbar, and it rode down the out-of-bounds line. I mean, Molina was right there regardless. It would have basically just went right into his chest, but it just hit off the post. 28-08. Morris Elite, I mean, Jess, they look so dominant in those first 10 minutes, and it feels like Manhattan's kind of just figured them out. We were watching a lot of it on the right side, seeing Morris Elite do their damage, but it seems like it's more Manhattan late in this one.
Yeah, I think they're still doing a pretty good job stepping in and being aggressive, but definitely starting to be more on our half of the field. I think we just got to continue and get to halftime and then rest and get some water, and then we'll be back out there and be good.
28-42. And that one sent on through. So we've seen it a lot from Peacock, trying those little bicycle kicks, and one's past him, a very athletic player on this Manhattan team. Is now working inside the box on Kilnick. Puentes takes a couple steps in front as well. Is now ranging all the way over. Kim was the one over there. That one rides the line. Looks like it's going to be Morris Elite ball, but still, I mean, pressure from Manhattan. They're up 1-0. As that one rides out the end line, it's going to be a Molina kick. Jess, in these last 15 minutes, you got to think, even if you don't score, you want to somewhat keep the momentum. I mean, even if you get a goal, but are you kind of more focused on the goal or just not allowing another goal? Because if you go down 2-0, we've seen it time and time again, the Morris Elite just cannot come back. But a 1-0 game is definitely doable for the Morris Elite.
Yeah, I think 1-0 is good, but, I mean, we still got to look for those goal opportunities when we see them. We've had a bunch of them up there, so we really just got to finish one and put it back in the net, and it'd be a 1-1 game going into halftime would be great for us.
Molina daring some of the defenders to go forward on him, as now Cisse all the way up. Has one up ahead. Dempsey and Streeter were both right there.
I think it'd be better off if we keep possession on those. I mean, we got some fast kids on this team, but I think we're better off just keeping it at our feet and playing it and dribbling past the defenders instead of trying to play that long ball over.
That one all the way over. Silveria all on the far sides. Got him up ahead, and Molina just jumps in the air. Ball goes under him. And a 2-0 game and a backflip thrown. Molina lets up his second 2-0, 30-49 through. That one was point blank. I mean, Jess, I don't think Molina had any really shot at that one.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he came out of nowhere. I mean, it's that fast transition. We were just like on our side, and then the next second you see we're down our side of the net. And got to say that was a pretty impressive backflip right there, too.
Yeah, I mean, for for Silveira to be able to just get that high up in the air as well, as he's got a 2-0 game. I don't know, did we have a replay of the backflip? Because that was a highlight within itself. As we've got a 2-0 game, thanks to Gabriel Silveira. Or actually, it was Nicholas Fliora Chateau.
I think it's really important for Morris Elite not to let up another goal right here. I mean, if we keep it at 2-0, it's still doable. It's a hard score to keep it at. So as long as we can keep it at that, maybe we can come back in the second half stronger.
So now Dempsey just heads one off and fires one all the way into the rocks. Rides all the way down the brick wall, and you got to be thinking if it's a 3-0 game going into halftime, not that Morris Elite can't come back from it, but they're also a team that it's only 12 goals on the season. They haven't been able to score a lot, 33 against. You look at how many goals that they've scored. I mean, the most goals that they have ever scored on a season is 3, and one of them was against FC Motown where they drew, and then another one was against Ironbound. So you'd be looking at the tied for the most, and for the most part, they've been draws as Kilmnick able to get one on it and send it up 32 minutes through. It's felt like Manhattan has really been dominating the offensive zones.
Yeah, it's interesting, though, because both the Manhattan goals have come out pretty far, not even maybe inside just the 18 on the second one. So they're shooting it far out, and they're getting those shots off, and I think we just got to do the same on the other end.
So now that one crossed over, going all the way on that far side. Pushing over now. Kim was the one with it. Now a crosser and able to get a foot on his CC. Now Mazzina's got to come over as well.
That was a good turn.
Chateau with it on the far side. A crosser set up through. Now finally sent once again. And Molina was ready for the save, but it bounces off what looked to be Moran and then punched out the goal line. So a corner kick coming in the first one that we've seen from Manhattan 33 minutes through. This is the first corner kick we have seen in this territory coming against Morris Elite. Be interesting to see what they do here. We saw Matsuo in that first 15 minutes. Had a free kick and then 2 corner kicks. Nothing really came of them. He overshot all 3 of them. As this corner kick sent on through, headed up. Now ranging outside of the box. Novoselsky comes over. Lost it on his foot and now sends it away all the way on the far side for Streeter. Streeter working over all the way inside. Looking for Novoselsky. He wasn't even remotely close. Streeter basically was just kind of throwing his hands up in the air. Novoselsky knew it too.
That would have been a great cross, though, if someone was there. It was impressive for him to be able to get that off. I mean, I think he went from like almost one side of the field to the other.
Streeter's quick too. Novoselsky just not in the right place that he should have been. As he just heads one straight off his noggin and all the way outside the midline. As now one that comes off of Cece's head, kind of weird, ends up over by Molina, ends up in the box. So we're under 10 left to go here in this first half. So now Novoselsky working over on that far side. Runs one up ahead. Mazzina riding on that line. It looked like it was going to stay in, and now it just kind of bounces out the goal line. So they're going to say it's a corner kick. We've seen Matsuo kick him just the last 3 of them he's kicked over. You got to be thinking in his mind, I mean, you got to go short here, right? Because the other 3 haven't worked at all.
I mean, yeah, he did have that one, though, that was close and was knocked out by the defender. I think he's got to place it almost perfectly. I would say around the PK line would be a good spot, maybe a little closer to the goal.
For the most part, he's went far on the majority of them. It's usually Nunez to be the one for the corner kick. It's going to be Matsuo this time. This one's short, headed away. Now ranging, trying to keep it in is Perestrello. And finally, Manhattan able to get a foot on it. And up ahead for Kim. Kim working over, punches one off Kilmnick. And the majority, Manhattan controlling and Morris Elite in the transition comparatively to what it was in the first 15 minutes or so, where it was a lot of Morris Elite controlling and then Manhattan with the transitions. Seems like Manhattan's more of just figured them out.
Yeah, I think also like Morris Elite was almost having like an attacking style in the beginning of the game, and then after that first goal, they definitely dropped back more in the defense. But I thought that the back line was actually doing a good job of pushing up in the beginning half, but now we see them dropping more back after those 2 goals, which it makes sense, but we got to get another goal if they want to stay in this game.
You got to be thinking that the damage is already done as Matsuo up with it. Novoselsky finally where he's supposed to be, and Matsuo doesn't even cross it over. They sent it out, so it's going to be Matsuo once again. But, Jess, you got to be thinking they're going to be in attack mode because you're already down 2-0. So what if you let up more goals? You need goals in general, and we have under 8 left to go here before halftime.
Yeah, I would agree. If they can put one away right now, that would be great. I mean, we're like under 10 and a half, and could we go into it 2-1? That could be, be doable.
So Matsuo lining up. Everybody moves up a ball. A line drive headed right back to Matsuo, and it rolls out the end. So a throw-in coming. Novoselsky, who plays it off his chest, and Matsuo now working around, stepping around everybody. Matsuo ends up still with it, now trying to do something as that ball rolls just outside. Just missed the goal line as Novoselsky looks to be lining up for a throw-in. Now Mazzina fires one all the way on the far side, and Dempsey can't range it down. So a bunch of good opportunities coming from the Morris Leach. Just, I mean, Jess, there was 2 corner kicks, throw-ins, a bunch of shots, and you really didn't even have a shot on goal really anywhere near Michael Coldy. I mean, Morris Leach have had their opportunities, but I mean, I feel like they're just not getting the shots on goal as well.
I mean, I think they're getting some of the shots on, but even the few, they've been almost right to the keeper. I mean, they've been easy passes, just picking it up. Haven't really seen him tested yet or make like a great save. He's just standing, passing it right to him.
We've seen Molina make a couple of good saves, but at the same time, we've also seen him let in 2 of them. Has Dempsey working on that line. A throw-in coming. They're going to say it was last off of Manhattan, so Streeter's going to have a throw-in coming. Matsuo once again just using those quick feet. Now runs into problems, almost took it away. Now some pressure from Dempsey, and he ends up getting it. Dempsey working over on that far side, and they're going to say it's a corner kick.
Another corner. See if you can place this one right in the middle.
Yeah, and the first couple from Matsuo were not that good, but these other ones, I mean, he kicked one right into the head of Kim, but other than that, he had 2 pretty good ones.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to stay consistent with corners, especially after you keep taking them. Your legs get tired. It's not easy to place that ball every time.
Matsuo, a perfect one, and Coley comes all the way out of his area to make a save. Kind of just jumped in the air, lost it, and bobbled it for a sec, but under 5 left to go and a good opportunity. Coley ends up making a save.
That was a good placement on that corner. Good save as well.
It's now one that ends up back over for Coldy. As well as we're under 5 left to go in this one, and just letting everybody know that you can get your kids into the game. As Dempsey takes a fall, thought it would have been a foul of some sort, but you can get your kids into the game with the Morris League 2023 summer camps, whether it's soccer, swim, tournament, or goalkeeper technical camps. They've all started, and you can get involved as well at the morrisleaguesoccer.com/summer camps. They started on June 26th, but they're going on right now as Puentes and Matsuo giving way, entering the box, firing a blooper, saved away, and Novoselsky was right there, but ends up stepping on it. Basically, Coley just jumped right on top of one. Novoselsky had it right in his range. Under 4 left to go, and Morsley's putting the pressure on.
That was definitely a good look. That was almost identical to the first goal that Manhattan had, so it would have been interesting if that went in, but it was a good save.
Under 4, and you've already given up 2. I mean, Jess, do you think we're going to see a little bit more of an attack and pressure and moving everybody up rather than stepping back? Because you've already gave up the 2 goals, and you're really, if you're head coach Donato as well as assistant coach Mike, you're going to need the goals as this one's turned over, and Manhattan moving quickly on Moran. One sent through, and Molina comes out of the box. Do we think it's going to attack, or do we think it's going to be more of a kind of balanced?
I think it would be more balanced, but I think if they do attack and we get one, I mean, it's said that 2-0 is the hardest score to defend in soccer, so if we can put one away and then get another quick one, it's a tie game. So I wouldn't say anything's out of the picture right now.
As whistles blow, and Manhattan's going to be the one with it. Morsley did a good job on defense. It's been the transition that's killed them both times. That one rolls out the side, and we're under 2.5 left to go. This one moves all the way into the corner, trying to set up a crosser. One that's sent through. Moran steps in front of it, and it rolls all the way out, and
down the street it goes.
And hits the tire of that truck. There's no netting over there. I just realized that. There's no netting at all. It's just a fence, but still a corner kick coming. Under 2, and basically I don't think any extra time really at all. You might have a minimum of 1 from the Osterman injury. As that one sent through and then sent over, so having to go recollect it is Molina, trying to brace for one more attack, trying to get up to 2-1 if anything. Slow playing it is Moran. Not sure if he was trying to give basically Manhattan not another opportunity, but Novoselsky coming all the way over to that right side to make a play on it. Morris Elite moving extremely slow.
It looks like they just want to go into the half 2-0. I mean, they got a minute left. I would say we could try to play it up, see if we can get one last chance.
Novoselsky lost it for a sec. Now he's got to collect it. Over at the midline, now Mazina. He's got Kilmnick to his right. Novoselsky up ahead. Back over to Mazina. Now up ahead, Novoselsky. The passing display up for Mazina. Fires a shot. Bounces off the foot. Mazina lines up again. Thought about it. Now goes over to Dempsey. Sends up a floater. Novoselsky right there. And no whistle blown for now. Finally, ball still moving inside the box. Streeter plays it off his foot. Streeter once again moving over, and finally Manhattan able to punch it away. Came up with it, about to hit 45, making a couple moves. Kilmnick comes on it and looking for somewhere to go.
That was some great passing in the beginning of that play, though. That's like pattern play 101.
As that one punches off Moran. Now Kim fires up another one. Another one still inside the box. Now sent through Molina. Takes one right to the chest. No signal yet on the extra time mark, as Dempsey quickly moving up ahead with it. Dempsey lost it for a second, kind of just bobbled it on his foot. Puentes had to get involved as well. It'll be Morris Elite ball. You got to think with the amount of time left to go. Another change of possessions potentially, as Dempsey now just trying to fight it off and ends up coming up with the Dempsey, not the tallest guy, able to do a lot with it, as now Puentes working over for Streeter. Streeter fires a crosser up ahead and sent outside the box. Peristrello collects, now moving into the box, and Peristrello just ends up turning one over, as now here comes Kim and Manhattan. One inside, Peacock working on Moran, now takes a step in front. Moran able to get a foot on it, now trying to chase him down to the side, takes a fall. Whistles blow regardless. We're going to say it was offsides. Moran looked like he kind of got shoved.
Kind of looked like it was going both ways over there, but Manhattan kind of had the last little push.
I'm shocked that they haven't blown the whistle yet. I mean, there hasn't been a lot going on in this one. It's felt like it's been more than a minute of extra time so far. Molina punches one all the way over. Novoselsky collects it. And now looking for somewhere to go. Him and Streeter just not on the same page. That's the second time that we've seen them really not be on the same page, as that one's turned over. And all the way over on that far side as whistles blow. That's going to do it for the first half. 2 goals coming from Manhattan. Morris Elite down by 2 in their final home game of the season. They will end up playing here on Saturday, but that is not considered a home game as we enter halftime. For myself, Nick Carlson, as well as Jess Gordon, we're here at Frederick Douglass Field. We'll see you in 15 minutes or so right here on Morris Elite TV.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Get back the life you love.
Do your glory days as a high school athlete feel far behind you? Are memories of being out there competing so clear that you can feel it? But then reality sets in and your stiff back, achy knees, and painful shoulders remind you that it's been years or even decades since you could move that way. Don't worry, the team at Better with Physical Therapy's one-on-one customized care can help you feel and move better again. Their specialists will find the cause of what's slowing you down and build a plan that will help you realize that your glory days are still ahead of you. You can get better with Physical Therapy, located in the Madison YMCA. Request an appointment today at betterwithpt.com. Morris Sussex Sports has a big goal we want to ask your help in achieving. One of the most popular things we do is publish digital trading cards of athletes. We feel strongly that high school athletes are one of the most important parts of our community, and the trading cards allow us to recognize and celebrate as many athletes as possible. So, we have a lofty mission to create a trading card for every single athlete that wears a sports jersey in the Morris Sussex area. But to do that, we need more local businesses that want to help us by sponsoring these trading cards. This is a great way for a business to endear themselves to the communities they do business in. And not only would their business be featured prominently as a sponsor of a new scholar athlete every week, we also advertise them across our social media, our website, and our game broadcasts. And we get over 4 million views a week, 80% of whom are adults 35 to 65. There is no other publication or media company that has even close to that reach in this region. So if you know of a local business that loves to support the scholar athletes in their town or their surrounding area and would benefit from the exposure we would bring, please send them our way. Just call or text 973-713-5944 or email george@morrissussexsports.com.
Welcome to the arena.
Maximum Health Physical Therapy is an individually owned practice with offices in Bud Lake and Long Valley, New Jersey. Our licensed therapists use hands-on manual therapy and are actively involved in our patients' progress. We use a collaborative team approach which benefits our patients, and we accept most insurance plans, including Medicare. We offer ARPWave neurotherapy, which accelerates healing 10 times faster, drastically decreases chronic pain, is FDA approved, and is covered by most insurance companies. Please visit us at MaximumHealthPT.com and regain the life you love.
Hey, we're talking to you. Don't let the summer sun melt your child's mind. Our customized learning and passion exploring programs are the perfect way to beat the dreaded summer slump. Instead of losing 2 to 3 months of learning this summer, we're helping students gain a month of learning by the fall. Our fun and engaging tutors are ready to help. Call to inquire about our programs and special promotions, including small group tutoring for only $45. We'll see you this summer.
At Planet Networks, our high-speed fiber is designed to be fast. Up to 300 times faster than cable, and up to 500 times faster than DSL. As fast as 10,000 megabits per second up and down, if you speak nerd. We're talking cheetah, bullet train, lightning strike, hummingbird, race car kind of fast. Planet Networks. So fast, it's worth the wait.
Go ahead, take a deep breath. Oh, nice, huh? That's some clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature.
That is good. Who installed the system?
ICS. They're the leaders in HVAC. They make the ductwork at their own factory, so we even save some money.
That's impressive. You recommend them?
It's ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Hey, Lorraine, go get a big plastic bag. Take some air home with you.
It's your time to shine. This summer, we are ready to help you conquer any exam. Our expert tutors will teach you key concepts, useful strategies, and time management skills to make you feel more ready for exams. Here are the tests we can help you prepare for. Give us a call today to learn more about our test preparation programs and to set up your initial assessment. We'll give you a practice test and use your scores to help create a customized game plan.
Choosing a college is a big deal. But I know I started right, because CCM is in the top 2% of community colleges in the nation. And at County College of Morris, I get to choose from over 100 programs. Whether you're just out of high school,
like me,
exploring career options,
Like me.
or seeking lifelong learning,
Like me.
make CCM your choice, like me. Go big and visit ccm.edu and aspire to be you.
Watching your loved one play high school sports is a special time in their life you don't want to regret missing. If you're not present for these events due to drinking, misusing medication, or lost control using drugs recreationally, the team at Recovery Centers of America can help. My name is Don, and I'm a treatment advocate for RCA, and I stopped drinking 30 years ago. If I can do it, so can you. Muster up the courage and call me anytime, even in the middle of the night, at 973-722-4720 for a confidential conversation so we can get you back in the stands where you belong. Concerned family members can also call me. Again, any conversation will be absolutely discreet. I am here for you. Just pick up the phone. Sussex Meatpacking in Wharton, New Jersey is a family-owned and operated business specializing in USDA prime and choice meats, pork, poultry, lamb, veal, and many other store-made specialty items. They also have a fantastic deli, a wonderful market with all the freshest fruits, veggies, and pre-made meals, and they can cater any event, including your family holiday dinners, more delicious than you can on your own. Visit them at sussexmeat.com. Montella Inc. is a family-owned dumpster rental business located in Stanhope, New Jersey that's been around since 1984. We provide prompt quality service at a reasonable price for our New Jersey customers, whom we consider our family. We don't just take out the trash. Montella Inc. is a full-service waste management company servicing demolition sites, construction projects, factory sites, shopping centers, commercial businesses, and homeowners. Call today at 973-927-2232. Jen Basilino of the Kosher Real Estate Group, LLC, is a Morris County top real estate agent and New Jersey Circle of Excellence Award winner year over year that takes the time and care to understand your real estate needs and concerns. She's extremely successful in representing clients in selling and purchasing a home, new construction, townhouses, million-dollar homes, rentals, and even commercial properties. Call her today at 973-202-2103.
I enjoy helping nonprofits achieve their goals and really accomplish their mission, namely by nurturing my relationship with them, their staff, their donors, their volunteers, and their board members. I think the key to being trusted is really transparency. What I've seen time and time again is that when you give anything the right conditions, the support, the autonomy, trust, your full attention, it will thrive. This is as true for my clients and for my colleagues as it is for myself here at WIS.
If you live in Andover, Blairstown, Byram, Frankfurt, Franklin, Frieden, Frelinghuysen, Greene, Hampton, Hardwick, Hope, Knowlton, Lafayette, Newton, Sparta, Stillwater, Sussex, and Wantage, Planet Networks is building high-speed fiber in your neighborhood. Visit getplanetfiber.com today to learn more.
WIS gives me the freedom to be entrepreneurial, innovative. I feel supported to bring 100% of myself and my personality to work each and every day. I'm the CEO of WIS Family Office. I have 2 amazing children. I'm the daughter of French and Italian immigrants. Above all, I'm someone who derives strength and confidence from my ability to connect with others, and I strive to make a difference in their lives.
The green wave isn't just what we call ourselves. It represents all we are called to. We strive for excellence in mind, body, and spirit. We put in the work in programs that test us, guide us to the colleges we pursue. We live true to putting others before ourselves, to the lifelong connections we've made. This is the spirit and strength we are called to. Roll wave.
Huh.
It's so cold, my fish froze.
Mine's so hot, my sneakers melted.
Rooms with different temperatures? That means your HVAC system is outdated and wasting energy. At ICS, we'll install an energy-efficient system that provides a constant flow of clean, fresh air at the perfect temperature in every room. You could save money each month, and the price we quote is the price you'll pay. Get a quote today. See why we say ICS for HVAC.
I see why.
Back here at Frederick Douglass Field, 45 through, and then now counting 2-0 in this one. Nick Carlson here alongside Jess Gordimer and Morris Sussex Sports here on Morris Elite TV. Has 2 goals given up in between the 20 and 40-minute mark. Both of them were point-blank shots. Matias Molina just could not get a jump on him. Jess, we were talking about it before we went into the break. I mean, if you're head coach Donato, what are you even talking about in the huddle? I mean, you've been in huddles, playing soccer for so long. What kind of went on, do you think, in that huddle if you're head coach Donato?
I think part of it is just getting them hyped. I mean, it's half a mental battle as much as it is physical at this point. They've been up there. You know that they can get up and score, so we just got to really see them put it into the back of the net. And if they let down and get down on themselves, we're not going to see that. So it's really just keeping positive energy and making sure like the guys are good to go.
So we're officially a minute through. Basically, no one has really had a full possession of any really sorts. Two of the goals were basically, I wouldn't say point blank, but for the most part, Matias Molina basically had a very tough time in saving them. They were basically lasers that both of them hit that left side. As it doesn't seem like we've changed any of our starters. We still see Streeter, Moran, CC Dempsey as well, Kilmnick.
It was interesting to see that they kind of picked up the pace almost the last 5 minutes of the first half. So it would be interesting if they kind of keep that going and that momentum, or if the half kind of like stopped that.
We also saw in that 7 minutes in the beginning, it was a lot of Morris Elite, and then the last 7 minutes or so was what felt like a little bit more of Morris Elite getting back to their old ways. Manhattan basically dominated probably about 30 minutes or so. Morris Elite kind of maybe 15 of it. It's Manhattan moving up ahead, looking for somewhere to go, and you had cutting over there was Chateau, as now they look back towards him all the way on the near side. Glassberg working into the corner. Streeter takes a step in front, rides the line, and rockets it away. Dempsey moving over. Looked like he turns it over, and he did. He steps in front of it, though, rides the line. Now working over Dempsey. A lot of fancy footwork, and he's fast, too. Glassberg ended up taking it away, moving it over to the far side, and just ends up riding one down the goal line. I mean, Jess, we haven't seen Mike Dempsey the whole entire season, and Mike Dempsey, I mean, Jordan Kaneko was really good, but you're seeing it with Matsuo, kind of came in late. Dempsey kind of came in late. I mean, some of these guys are really quick with their feet, and you got to think the Morris Elite could have used that throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on their availability and, like, depending on what teams they're playing on, where they're at. But it's definitely good to see them in here today and see what they're doing. They look good.
As now Molina sees one just hit that side of the net. It's been a lot of passing back and forth between Puentes, who's find himself at that defensive spot. He had himself in the forward spot where he scored those 2 goals as Novoselsky. Pushing up ahead, now looks for Streeter, and Streeter not happy with that one.
Almost looked like it should have been a Morris Elite throw-in. It was kind of hard to see who went out of, though.
Regardless, it's a 2-0 game. I mean, you'd expect a little bit of an attack and a little bit of pressure. Colby sends one away, now up ahead.
Nice ball.
He's got Greenberg right in front of him. Glassberg was moving all the way on that far side, and Moran just kind of sent it away. So we have a corner kick coming. Second one so far coming here from Manhattan. We've seen Matsuo and all of his corner kicks. We only saw one. It didn't lead anywhere, but corner kicks really have been nothing for both of these teams. The opportunities have not come on them really at all. They like to go the short way. Just outside of the box. One flutter push left, and Molina was lunging in the air for it. We knew right off the kick it was going to miss, but Molina just showing off, just trying to jump, kind of push it away, but just too far out of his reach and the goal's reach as well. We're still tied at a 2-0, or not tied, excuse me, a 2-0 game. Morris Elite in a little bit of a hole here in this one. Peristrello working over with Streeter. Streeter working up ahead, now finds over for Puentes, has Dempsey to his right, now goes all the way to the far side. Matsuo, he pumps one up, still inside the box. Matsuo fires another shot, still up, and Novoselsky with it, fires one, saved away by Coldy. Off his left foot, Novoselsky trying to recollect it and riding the line before whistles blow and out of bounds. Some good chances there with Coldy outside of the net for the Morris Elite.
I think if he would have took that shot just a second quicker, the goalie would have been off balance. He might have a chance, but it was hard as it was.
As that one sent through, headed up, still in, now inside the box and pushed away. Novoselsky had it on his foot as they go back over. Chateau was the one all the way on that far side. As they just play it back for Molina. Used to seeing, talked about it before, used to seeing Nunez there. Nunez and Molina both go to Seton Hall. Streeter lost it on his leg for a second, then now taking a little bit of a fall is Greenberg. No whistle blew. It looked like Streeter just completely took out his legs, and Greenberg was able to stay up.
Looked like the ref tried to play advantage there, but that was a pretty clear foul, and they didn't make that much progression, but it's also the ref's call at the end of the day.
As now sent through, Chateau was the one all the way over there. Cece kind of looked like he just got his legs tangled under him as they send it back to Molina. Peristrello sends one all the way to midfield. Novoselsky just absolutely boots one all the way out of bounds. 52 played through. Puentes trying to get involved as well. Now Chateau able to come up with it. Chateau working over, takes a little bit of a fall. Perestrello elects to play defensively. And then Dempsey's got to come over as well. And they just play it all the way back Manhattan. They've proven they can pass, and they're very good at moving the ball around. As that one sent all the way over for Streeter, and Streeter ends up just heading it off. One that rides Perestrello's hands. It looks like the ref didn't see it. Dempsey over to Streeter. Now here comes the Morris Elite. Streeter working on that side and just loses one out of bounds. So we've seen it with Novoselsky and now Streeter. Two really good opportunities. They keep losing them out of bounds. Now working all the way over. Chateau able to beat down on CC. He's got him up ahead. Fires a shot. Molina plays it off his gloves, and now whistles blow. Chateau looked like he took a fall. CC not happy. Is that a penalty shot coming? So they look to line it up. Jess, we have our first penalty shot.
I know, I didn't even really see that foul, let alone it for beat a PK, but it'd be interesting to see if those go in, how it affects the rest of the game.
It would be a 3-0 game. Chateau already has a goal, can make it 2. Molina's seen a couple PKs go his way, hasn't saved any of them so far, as now Chateau winds up and Molina chooses wrong. Goal scored. 3-0 game, 55:08 through. And Chateau's got 2 in this one. Just, I don't want to say it's getting a little dim for the Morris Elite, but you're in a 3-0 hole right now in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, they have been keeping pretty good possession. They've had a good amount of opportunities on this side we've seen. It just really can't put the ball away. I think if we're able to do that, maybe we could get some momentum going, but it definitely, the chances are getting slimmer and slimmer as we go on.
Through, and Chateau off the penalty kick. Had the one point blank earlier. Places that lone forward there. Was able to use that speed and fly right past CC. As now he ends up with it and pushes one up ahead. Novoselsky lost it for a sec, just not really able to get it on his foot. Now over at the midfield line, working over towards that far side. Peacock up with it, just couldn't catch it on his foot. As well as for the Morris Elite Super Y tryouts, they are actually going on right now, and it's one of the best opportunities to get against some of the top players in the region. You can try out this summer, but also look ahead towards next summer with an opportunity to qualify for nationals in Tampa, Florida. You could also be a part of the Morris Elite as well. The Morris Elite W League team advanced to the second round of the playoffs. They did end up losing 6-0. Claire Manning did not play in that one. Melina Rabimbas did. The head coach, Steph Savino, and assistant coach Scott Maloney's team making it to the second round of the playoffs. Also won the Metropolitan Division as well. W League done great for Morris Elite. Is now all the way over for Chateau, basically about a half a mile over offsides. 57:30 played through, 12.5 through. I mean, Jess, you spent some time covering the USLW League, and the women's team as well. I mean, I think it's safe to say that they had a pretty good season.
Yeah, they had a fantastic season. It's wonderful watching those girls play. I mean, they connect passes so well, and you could just see the team chemistry on the field. They all get along so great, and they really want to do it for each other. It's also great watching Coach Steph and all the other assistant coaches. They really care, and it was so exciting to see them win that championship at Drew. And when they found out the news, all the excitement on the bench, it was just really great to see and watch.
We were at the game when they clinched it. Played We Are the Champions. Everybody in the audience, friends and family, everybody was excited. It happened over at Drew University, so it wasn't here at Rutgers Newark, but it was on a bigger field, bigger stadium, basically bigger everything. Ash Streeter punches one all the way over, ranges all the way out to the left. Matsuo was all the way over there already as Novashevsky comes all the way over, and Colby most likely just hit a car. It's 58-50 played through Morris Elite. They've never put up more than 3 goals this season inside of a game. Trying to do it here in this one. Potentially go up. Beat Manhattan, the 4-spot team. Just looking at Morris Elite's schedule. This is the first and only time that they have and will play Manhattan. It's a 10-team Metropolitan Division, so you're not going to play every single one of the teams. As Chateau moving all the way over, speeds through, a clean slide tackle. Streeter up ahead for Kilmnick. And then now he punches one all the way over for Novoselsky trying to set up. No whistles yet. Puentes up with it, and now whistles blow. Coming right over for Novoselsky. It looked like he went up for a header and then just completely collided bodies.
This is a great chance for an opportunity for Morris Elite. We're pretty close, I would say, maybe 5-10 yards outside the 18. Maybe a shot, maybe a pass, but I think we could get possible goal here.
So it looks like it's going to be Matsuo to take the kick. He's had the corners, free kicks as well. Now make it another one. So you've got only 3 guys in the box for Morris Elite. In Dempsey, Mazzina, and Puentes as Matsuo winds up and fires straight off the chest of a couple of Manhattan defenders. Novoselsky trying to keep it in all the way on that far side. Crosses through.
Right at that wall. I mean, it is not fun to be in that wall when that ball comes right at you.
As that one's set through and Colby just makes an easy catch. Yeah, I mean, that's got to hurt. I mean, I didn't play a lot of soccer growing up, but when I see them take some of these headers, I kind of cry in the inside.
Definitely takes a second or two to recover from that.
Under 30 here in this one as that ball gets sent right past the Morris Elite tent. And now looking towards the near side. Matsuo finally showing some pressure. Novoselsky as well. So everybody looked to be showing some pressure there as down that one gets sent all the way through. Bayonne with it, working over on Streeter, crosses through, lost it. And then now here come the Morris Elite. So the first sign of pressure ends up in a good transition as now Dempsey has got to work back. Sets one through for Matsuo, plays it off his head. A lot of fancy moves. Chateau working over with it as Puentes up with it. No whistles blow. Finally, Matsuo up ahead, and now maybe a gimme call, if anything, as Matsuo's knee looks to be in pain. He is down and slowly getting up. Now he finally gets up. As that one set up for Chatuo, just too far out of his reach as Molina comes up with it. Now sent through for Puentes, just kind of played it off his foot weird. And I mean, Jess, their timing of the passes, it just feels like, I mean, it's coming off their foot weird or they run out of bounds with it. It almost just feels like everything is somewhat working, but at the same time, it's just the little things that are killing the Morris Elite right now. Big reason as to why they're down 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, that first touch really is very important. That was a great pass that slotted right through, but unfortunately we couldn't keep possession of the ball because of the touch.
Now Molina sends one all the way out for Streeter. We've seen this before, sending Streeter on a little bit of a fly. Perestrello and CZ working back and forth. Mazina as well. It's turned into a little bit of a slow play here as now Matsuo perfectly sets up Novoselsky up ahead for Dempsey. Fires a shot and scores right through. And a 3-1 game. Dempsey punches one basically straight through the hands of Coldy. And we've got a 3-1 game, 21 through.
That was a great goal. This could be the momentum that the Morris Elite needs to get up. It was good to see. Let's see what they do now.
And you're just seeing it on the replay there. I mean, just a perfect pass and then a perfect crosser. Basically, Dempsey just kind of sent it. It seemed like it went straight through Coldy's hands.
Wasn't an easy shot either, right through the goalie.
So 21 through. Got a sub coming in as well. It's going to be Okoro Gaye coming in and playing in that forward position. Manhattan applying the pressure and just straight past Chateau, and right away Ethan Streeter knew that he was offsides. He was a bunch of steps through. Not able to time those runs like they had before. Kim comes over to apply some pressure. Dempsey on that far side, not able to collect it with his foot. Now moving deep into the corner and running all the way over. It's going to be, I think, either a corner or a free kick as Puentes is already on his way over there. Nah, so they're going to say it's a throw-in from all the way in that corner. Puentes just lining up on that fence, trying to get as far as he can. Doesn't really send it far at all. As now Kim up ahead with it and moving quickly. Had Chateau to his right. Elects to go left. Kim on that far side, working on Kilmnick. Now a ball sent through, stepped in front by Kilmnick, as now CC up ahead for Mazina. Manhattan doing a good job of passing back and forth to Chateau up with it, working inside the box. Now whistle blow, Chateau back up with it. Molina comes out. Chateau flips, still up with it, an empty net. Still through the box, trying to range over, and great defense from Morris Elite. Inside the box, 66-57 through, and almost chaos.
That was a great job by Molina, able to get up really quickly after that save and make another one just like that.
Manhattan's done a good job of passing and trying to find those holes in which all three of their goals have been transition goals. The Morris Elite feels like they're having more opportunities in the transition, but when they actually set up on offense, it just feels like Manhattan really can't get anywhere. Now working on that near side. Bayonne goes, and he's got guys in front of him. Bayonne ends up back with it. Streeter steps in front now. Here come the Morris Elite. Streeter's up ahead as Matsuo to his right. Matsuo working over. A bunch of quick moves. Takes another fall, and whistles blow. Free kick coming, as well as a card coming out of the pocket of the referee. 22 left to go. Jess, you got to be thinking. Let's just say this second one comes in. I mean, you were talking about it, a 2-0 lead. It's a 3-1 lead, so you're down by 2 right now. Still 22 minutes left to go in this one. Morris Elite somewhat looking good here down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I know Manhattan has 2 goals in them right now, but honestly, by the play, you wouldn't be able to tell. Morris Elite's right in there. It's getting pretty competitive. Both sides doing a pretty good job. Seeing shots on both sides of the net, both goalies having to make saves, so I think it's still possible for Morris Elite.
Matsuo's had a ton of free kicks, ton of corner kicks as well. They've decided to go with Jake Novoselsky. He winds up and fires. A blooper, just misses off the top end left. A really good opportunity there for them. They hit the wall the last time. They decided to go over it this time. I mean, Jess, Matsuo was kicking the corners and the free kicks. It looked like he was relieved of his duties. I mean, do you think, I don't know if it was because he was tired, but maybe try to get a new leg in there? I mean, Matsuo has been the guy that you really have went to for the corners and the free kicks.
Yeah, I mean, if you take enough of those, they've had a good amount of corners this game. I've experienced that your leg gets tired and it's just a repetitive motion. It's also just good to mix it up and see what you can get.
As now this one sent on through. Now a crosser basically gave Molina an opportunity to reset. Had an opportunity. Did a Corgier. As now another crosser once through for him. Working over on Streeter. Streeter basically runs right into him. Sent through, pushed over. Kim misses left and rides the line. Kilmnick's got to get rid of it, and now up ahead for Puentes. Puentes and Perestrello. Perestrello goes all the way on the far side. Mazzina working over on him, punches one over, and it just runs through the goal.
Looks like it's going to be...
I think they're going to say it's a corner kick.
Oh, we got subs.
I wasn't sure if they were saying giving the sub for a replay or not. There are no replays here in USL2, but there are with more Sussex Sports.
While we get some substitutions here, it's a great time to let you know to follow Morris Elite on Instagram at Morris Elite SC. And on the Twitter is at Morris Elite. You get live updates of the game. Our intern Anav is making some great tweets. Go check it out.
So under 19 left to go. So the subs, you saw Mazzina and then Perestrello come out as well. There was no signal on exactly who the subs were that came in. It was officially Jonathan Ruiz who came in for Perestrello, and then James Abyss who came in for Mazzina. So we haven't seen Abyss, we haven't seen Ruiz, and they get some of their first looks in this one. So now Abyss working on defense as well as Kilmnick, and a bunch of great moves for Manhattan. Up ahead for Peacock, now sets one up for Bayonne. Now over on the side, Streeter's got to work on him. Looking for a crosser, running through the line, and finally stepping in front of it is Kilmnick. Sends one over for Streeter. Streeter working on that line. He's got Dempsey to his right. Streeter, a big move, and takes a fall, holding that right side ankle. Streeter down and in pain. Not sure if he kind of kicked out his shin. But definitely Streeter is down. 18 through. No signal if they're going to call the trainer. And is Streeter not looking good? It'd be interesting if they're going to call the trainer or not.
I really hope Streeter will be okay. He's been a good job of getting the ball up. He plays defense, but he's also played midfield at times, and it's good to have that offensive from the back.
They're not making a signal to call the trainer yet, as Streeter trying to plead with the referee. Referee's just trying to get him up. Finally, he gets up, so Streeter looks to be at least a little bit okay. There's a free kick coming here from Moran. So free kick coming here from Moran. You got Puentes, Kilmnick, Matsuo, Novoselsky. Kilmnick all in there as that one sent through all the way on the far side. Goldie comes all the way over, jumps in the air, makes a catch. We're getting to that under 15-minute mark. Don't think there's going to be that much extra time. Still, we've got 16 left to go. As that one sent all the way over down the line. And a throw-in coming here from Streeter. Dempsey working over, punches through, and Kilnick now ends up with it back over to Dempsey, and Dempsey's got to work backwards now.
Fine, we're good. Keep it one side, Nick. Keep it one side. Let him have it. Keep it one side, Nick. Well done.
Dempsey lost it now. Bayonne working all the way over backwards. Interesting if they go back. Haven't sent it back to Colby yet. They actually haven't done that all game now that I'm thinking about it. As now Puentes off the header. Bobbled it for a sec, now over towards the far side. Pushed on through all the way over for Dempsey. Dempsey's got to ride the line and play it in. Now Novoselsky up ahead, just sends one a little too far. I mean, Jess, you got to be thinking, I mean, granted, I haven't played soccer for that many years, at least comparatively to yourself, but I mean, that one was far. You got to be thinking, if you could go lower there, at least you have a good opportunity. You go shorter, you keep yourself a good opportunity. Why not just kind of poke up like a little bit of a fly ball in the air, and then you can just head it from there?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, in the moment, though, it can be tough. You're just trying to get the ball off. You're just trying to get it in, see if you can get anything on it. You don't always got a lot of time. You got to do what you got to do. So, tried. Just get another chance. You try to get it better.
Under 15 left to go, and we were talking about it at the half, right before the half. The Streeter sets one out of bounds. You can head down to the Snooki shop, where you can get some of the best clothing, accessories, beauty, and shoes, and get some of the best hand-picked by Snooki herself. You can take a trip to the Snooki shop located at 32 Main Street in Madison. You can also go to the SnookiShop.com for more information. As this one completely over for Peacock, riding that line, working over, and just doing a really good job is Ruiz. I mean, Jess, at what point, I mean, when it's 3-0, it's a different story, but it's 3-1, at what point do you kind of just go full attack mode?
I mean, you can't ever fully go that just because they have been a very good transition team. So if they do that, there could be a very quick goal. 4-1's a lot harder than 3-1, but the game's never over until it's over, so you just got to keep pushing on.
It's going to be a free kick coming. It's felt like, for as much as Manhattan's dominated this game, Morrisley's done a good job of counteracting it with some of their opportunities as Novoselsky lost it. Up ahead for Kim, and then now Chateau just completely offside. Not happy with the call. Referee kind of called it a little late. Chateau all the way off. Moran now working over and sending it back to Molina. Moran working over, punches one off. Novoselsky ends up with it. Now Puentes working over on the far side, can't collect. Kilmnick plays it off his foot weird. And then now over towards Peacock. Peacock Chateau about half a mile offside, got to get back. Bayonne looking over all the way into the corner. Now he's got to work on Moran. Working all the way over, and one that gets sent away. Whistle's blue. Not sure if it's a free kick or not. It looked to be that Streeter kind of grabbed on his shoulder. Referee heads over to the spot of where the play originally happened, and I mean, Jess, I think it's going to be a free kick here. You're going to have a really good opportunity. I mean, you could call this a mini corner kick here, basically.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he puts it. I have a feeling he might go short like they did with that corner before. But we'll see. There's a good attacking opportunity right here.
See all the videos on social media, those people who could bend it like Beckham. I wonder where those people are in these types of scenarios. That's a short one, punched through, now crossed up. Novoselsky, a little bit of a bicycle type kick. As Streeter able to get his feet tangled up involved, and Streeter looked like he hurt kind of his hamstring or his glute area. This Streeter definitely looks to be in pain. Definitely at that hamstring side, as now they send it back for Coldy. That one rolls all the way down the line, so we're getting to that under 10-minute mark almost. Novoselsky to send it in, and now Puentes working all the way over. Puentes running into problems. Novoselsky looked like he bobbled it Ruiz as well. Dempsey and Streeter looking to play some defense on Peacock. Runs into a lot of problems and sends it back.
Just under 10 minutes here, Nick. Do you think that Morris Elite has a chance to come back into this game?
No. They have 12 goals for, 33 goals against. As much as I'd love to see the Morris Elite come back in this one, I just think that Manhattan has done such a good job defensively as well as transition. Morris Elite has had their little glimmers, but you've got a really great defender right there in Goldie, and you've got some great defensemen there as well. As much as I'd love to see it happen, the 12 goals for just really, I just don't think it's that great of a stat to have yourself down 3-1 in this one and have that as your goals for. It's been a lot of going back and forth. Now up ahead for Kim. He runs into a lot of problems, and Moran ran right into him. Kim kind of looked like he just ran into a wall and fell. He's a smaller guy than Moran. Just looked that he ran right into him. As subs coming. It's going to be Amara Sisse coming in for Chateau.
I think Chateau has done a great job this game. I mean, he's made some pretty good runs up the side. He was quick, he was fast. He created a lot of opportunities for Manhattan.
You don't really, I mean, I guess you could say he's been really good, but you don't really need all that much scoring right now. I mean, Chateau's been the guy that you've went to, but you're up 3-1, just trying to protect this lead. Got to think that Morris Elite here, under 8 left to go. Going to start to bring it on, and that's what they do with Dempsey. Matsuo now trying to come over as well. Pressure coming from Morris Elite. Novoselsky had an opportunity with it, but it just gets just an absolute moonshot all the way over towards the sideline, as Moran and Streeter will now have a throw-in coming. Now Dempsey riding the line, and a throw-in coming. Novoselsky coming over for the throw-in. Atsuo plays it off his foot weird. Kim comes up with it. Peacock now turns, runs into a lot of problems. Streeter coming up with it too. Moran able to get a foot on it. Pushes one up ahead. Novoshevsky. And Dempsey has now, Dempsey basically just handed a ball, wasn't ready for it. Now Bayonne up ahead. Sisse was in for Chateau, and Ruiz just sends it right into a fan. And a throw in coming. Goldie on that far side. Whistle's blue. Goldie coming over to Novoselsky. Kind of had some words for him. We get to see the referee and what he can do. Someone signed him on a USL2 team. You've got Sean Riley at 31. I don't know how old this referee is, but anything is possible here in the USL2.
Has been running up and down the field with the rest of the players all game.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, as Mohit Nagam comes in, Kevin Ruiz as well. No signal yet on exactly who they came out for. So it's officially Ruiz comes in for Streeter, and Nagam comes in for Novoselsky. So Matsuo's going to stay in this one, but you've gotten rid of the majority of your forwards and wing as well. Dempsey's played in the whole entire game. As now a bad Peacock working on Molina, trying to range over, runs into problems. Saved away by what looked to be Moran. As now Kilnick has got to make a run all the way down. Kilnick, Matsuo, lost it off his foot weird, just played it too hard. And I mean, Jess, we've seen it so many times, it just feels like the Morris lead, they get the passes through, but I mean, that first touch is just, it just goes so hard off of their foot. And we've been talking about it the whole season long, just the team not being on the same page. They're on the same page today. It just doesn't seem like their passes have really been able to land on the foot correctly.
Yeah, they've definitely been playing together better as a team today than I've seen in other games, and finally connecting passes and string of passes, which is good. But yeah, that first touch hasn't been there.
Molina's got to come all the way out, and we're under 5 in this one. Sisse was the one who looked like he went down inside the box. No penalty or anything for him. There's another good opportunity as now we get under 4. And before we close out this one, the Morris Elite camps are still going on with Dempsey moving over into the box now. A great move with the left, fires one, just goes way high and way left. But Morris Elite, the camps are going on right now. It's soccer, swim, tournament, and goalkeeper technical camp. They all started on June 26th, and if you want to be a part of it, you can go to www.morriselitesoccer.com/summer camps for more information, as well as just calling the club if you would like more information as well. Jess talked about the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything that Morris Elite has in terms of social media. I don't know if we have a TikTok or not. Jess, do we have a TikTok?
Fortunately, we do not have a TikTok, but if you look on our Instagram stories, we do post some TikToks. We asked the boys who we thought had the best cleats on the team, and I think they all answered themselves.
Ah. What else did you ask them?
We asked the girls' team, cup or cone. That was a very controversial topic. And we also asked the USLW team who their favorite player of all time was. Just very varying answers.
Favorite soccer player?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm a cup or cone guy.
Some said both.
I'm not really a cone guy, because cone you got to finish it pretty fast.
But if you get a cup and then a cone on top.
You ever had a blizzard before?
Yeah.
I had a blizzard for the first time the other day. It was phenomenal. But Matsuo is going to move in. He's got a lane in front of him. As well as Dempsey punches one all the way across. It was set for Nagam. Puentes gets a foot on it, and then it just rolls all the way into the hands of Colby. Under 2 left to go.
Lots of Morris Elite players in that 18 in that last play, but none of them were able to get a touch on it.
Colby's going to take his slow time. Send one all the way over. Able to just get a foot on it as Ruiz just sends it right away. Another one, Jonathan Ruiz. We've seen a little bit of Kevin Ruiz. We've seen a good amount of Nagam as well. Abyss, Dempsey. CC, we just haven't seen a Spada yet. He's the lone sub who has not come in. As now Puentes playing it off his foot, looking towards Dempsey, and then goes the short route over for Moran. Moran and Puentes playing back and forth. Looking for somewhere to go. Now up ahead for Dempsey, a bunch of good moves. Dempsey working over. As we're under a minute now, bearing any extra time. Moran working all the way over and just too far out of the reach of Dempsey. Jess, you got to be thinking, I mean, this is the last home game. You've got, I think it's 2 more games for the boys. The girls' games did already end. It's actually 1 more game, and it is here at home. It's Ironbound. You got to be thinking, going into that one, I wouldn't say it's a must-win game, but it's a game that you want to finish on a high note. Right now, you haven't had the best of seasons. If you're Morris Elite, that's probably one of your bigger games of the season. Am I right on that? Because Ironbound is lower than you, so you kind of don't want to end on that sour note with Ironbound.
Yeah, it definitely is a very winnable game for our team, and it would be really nice to go out on a win. They might not win today, but they definitely put up a really great effort. The scoreboard might not be exactly reflect how they've been playing, but they've definitely had a lot of good opportunities, and their offense has been pretty good today.
It's now moving through the end line, and it's going to be a goal kick coming. An Ironbound team, 9 goals for, 39 against. They have not tied a game all season long. 1-11. Morris Elite on the other hand, as they come in just a little better at 2-8-2. FA Euro New York, the only worst team, at least standing-wise. 2-9-2 as CC sends one all the way over the lacrosse nets and a 19 negative differential. Morris Elite at the season end today would have 0.67 points per match as we're at the 90-minute mark. Colby Slow playing this one and just boots one all the way over. He's got an absolute cannon of a leg. He's now working all the way over on 4 Morris Elite, just all trailing right next to him. Able to move over with it. Bounces down, and no whistles blown or anything as Molina just able to put it down and get it away. Ruiz. Up ahead, and then now Kilmnick working over for Dempsey. Kilmnick moving closer on him and takes a fall, whistles blow, and a kick coming. Here after the Kilmnick foul.
God, I think there's like maybe one more 2 plays left.
You're hearing it from the coach. He's saying one more win. that's the case, Morsley might not really have much left in him as they go on the far side over for Ruiz. Able to punch it over. All really they got to do is just win it, if that's what the coach was saying. As that one gets sent away, it's still going to be Morris Elite ball. Still extra time running off. Ruiz ends up taking it.
Ref has been pretty generous first half and second half now with extra time. But we've had a few injuries go down, but not many.
As Abyss moves over and Colby makes the catch. Guessing all he's got to do is throw it away as Colby gets up slowly, as well as Puentes. Jess, you think that when he kicks it, that'll be the end of it? And that, never mind, it's already the end of it. So Morris Elite are going to end up losing in this one 3-1. So you're going to have Manhattan bounce up to 7-3-3 to go along with 27 goals for and 24 against to get their goal differential now up to 3. Morris Elite, on the other hand, get their goal differential now to -23. 13 goals for and 36 against in a 2-9-2 season. Looking to just try to turn things around one last time against Ironbound for everybody here, including myself, Nick Carlson, and Jess Gordimer, here for Morris Elite and Morris Sussex Sports. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in this 3-1 game. Have a good night, everyone. Novoselsky wanted a whistle, as now on the far side, Silveriera through the lane past Kilmnick, now up ahead on Molina, fires a shot, pushed away, punched again, once again, just off the crossbar. Finally, Matsuo sends it away, and an absolute on the receipt of the pass there. He's gonna play the role for Nunez, is now on the break, up ahead, firing a shot, Molina saves it away, and then now just pushing outside the box, Perestrella with it.
Molina seems to be top of his game today.
Defensively has been really good. Just the amount of opportunities that teams get against them, it's just very hard for guys like Velasquez and Molina to really contend with. Is now moving in and firing a shot, and on the left side scores just under Molina.
Should try and play that long ball over.
That one all the way over. Silveria all on the far side's got him up ahead, and Molina just jumps in the air. Ball goes under him, and a 2-0 game and a backflip thrown. Molina lets up his second. Soccer.com/summer camps. They started on June 26th, but they're going on right now as Puentes and Matsuo giving way, entering the box, firing a blooper, saved away, and Novoselsky was right there, but ends up stepping on it. Basically, Coley just jumped right on top of one. Now goes all the way to the far side. Matsuo, he pumps one up. Still inside the box. Matsuo fires another shot. Still up, and Novoselsky with it. Fires one, saved away by Coley. Off his left foot, Novoselsky trying to recollect it and riding the line. Now working all the way over. Chateau able to beat down on CC. He's got him up ahead. Fires a shot. Molina plays it off his gloves, and now whistles blow. Chateau is... Molina's seen a couple PKs go his way. Hasn't saved any of them so far, as now Chateau winds up, and Molina chooses wrong. Goal scored. 3-0 game, 55-08 through. And Chateau...